So I'm Jen, and today I'm answering the question, what did you pack for the 4-day wrap tour? But this video is actually, I think, helpful, hopefully, for anyone who's doing an overnight snowmobile trip in terms of what to take, and especially for us women who are trying to pack light on the trail. So this is my tunnel bag, and it's a Skidoo brand, obviously. Clips in with these 4 handy clips. You want to make sure they're nice and tightened down so that you don't lose a bag while you're traveling. Zipper goes all the way around here, which is helpful for ease of access. And what I love about this bag is it actually holds far more than it looks. Between this and my seat bag, it was actually more than enough storage for the 4-day trip. And it has this helpful handle here when you're pulling the bag off to head into a resort or hotel or wherever you're staying. So definitely helpful that way. So give me a second here and I will just actually zip it open and show you what's inside. So now I've unzipped it, and you can actually see the zipper opens all the way around, as I mentioned. I have made use of what we'll call very, very stylish plastic bags. The one thing I don't like about this tunnel bag is it's actually not totally waterproof. So it's a bit of a pain if you don't use plastic bags, if you have rain, freezing rain, snow. And so this is my solution, which frankly, while it doesn't look particularly stylish, it works fairly well. And it also makes it actually a little bit easier for repacking come in the morning before we head out. I have a bag in there with chargers and kind of key pieces, clothing, and then a pair of shoes. I prefer not to wear my snowmobile boots the whole time, but a lot of people do. And then you can see I have company here. This is Luna, always so helpful. And give me a second, I'll show you a little bit more. So personally, some of the things I found useful to bring, small size deodorant. I really prefer to wear face cream with a bit of an SPF, so a small tube of that. A nail file, as I always tend to break a nail in the colder winter conditions. Shampoo and conditioner, although most of the places we stayed actually had it, and I would suggest bringing smaller bottles. Toothbrush and toothpaste, chapstick, and then one of these handy brushes here. The only thing that was a bit of a pain is that the mirror vibrated loose, and so now I have some repair work to do. So you can get a bit of a sense in terms of toiletries. I also brought a small pair of shoes here that packed down, actually really tiny, and my husband did the same. The aim here was to bring something not the most practical for winter, but just so that we didn't have to wear our snowmobile boots all of the time. I wore them to dinner one night, and I wore them with a thin pair of socks, so it didn't take up a lot of room. And yes, this all really did fit into my tunnel bag there. So clothing next. Okay, so here's everything that actually went into my tunnel bag. You can actually see that quite a lot fit. And yes, this all really did fit. Part of why it's so wrinkly is because it just came out. These are just inexpensive slippers that I bought that roll up really small. I actually brought 2 pairs of pants, 1 pair of jeans for wearing, and then also a casual pair of pants because I didn't want to be in my snowmobile gear all of the time. I brought 1 sweatshirt type shirt that doesn't wrinkle easily, which is great. But I could also wear it out to dinner if we were going somewhere. Thin sweater. I probably didn't need both. I probably could have made do with 1 because you're in your snowmobile gear most of the time. And then a spare pair of gloves. I also had a spare hat, which was in my dash bag, and a quart of oil, which was in my seat bag, as well as some snacks, which I'll talk more about on another video. But this is basically what went into my tunnel bag, as you can see, and it was packed pretty full. Spare t-shirt just for another option to wear when we were lounging around in the evenings. A nightgown here, and then of course this was actually what was in that small bag that had all my cords. This is a charging cable for my gloves because I actually have heated gloves that I quite love. An iPhone charger because we both have iPhones. Headlamp, just for emergency sake, we carry those. We find them lighter and easier to use than flashlights, and they're also rechargeable. Spare heated visor cord, just because we never wanted to be without heated visor cords in case one got lost or damaged. And then this little charging cable, which actually works with quite a number of our devices. My husband also has charging pucks and things like that. So we didn't necessarily double up on everything if we could avoid that based on what we were bringing ourselves. The one thing obviously that I'm not showing here in the video are my unmentionables. So things like underwear, a spare pair of socks, bra, things like that. They all went into my bag as well. But of course, I'll save you all showing those on video today. So as you can see, if you're smart about it, you can make it work basically to have just a tunnel bag and a seat bag and still get all of the sledding essentials for an overnight trip or a multi-night trip. If you're willing to be flexible and make use of what you have, it works pretty well. Have fun sledding.